South Korea's exports have been on the up and up for a number of months now, building confidence in the state of the local economy, one that is heavily driven by trade with other countries. However, while those figures have been impressive, a new report by the Finance Ministry suggests South Korea's economic recovery is still on rather shaky ground. Ji-yeon reports.
Despite a boost in Korean exports over recent months, the local economy's recovery isn't solid. This according to a monthly Greenbook report by the Ministry of Strategy and Finance released Tuesday. It cited sluggish domestic consumption as the main culprit, pointing to Korea's massive household debt. The report also noted the possible renegotiation of the Korea-U.S. free trade agreement, as well as provocations from North Korea as risks to the recovery momentum.
Seoul and Washington disagree on whether the FTA needs to be renegotiated, so these risks are not expected to severely affect Korea's exports in the latter half of this year. But once it is renegotiated, it could affect exports in the next 2 to 3 years.
The Korea Customs Service says the country's exports during the first 10 days of July increased by more than 38% compared to the same period last year, amounting to $14.3 billion, recording a trade surplus of more than $2 billion. Last month alone, Korean exports increased by 13.7% on year, continuing the 8-month growth streak, mainly due to increased exports of ships, which rose by over 570% on year in June, and semiconductors. By country, exports to Japan, Vietnam, and China were up, while those to U.S. and Middle Eastern countries fell. Meanwhile, employment figures for June are announced Wednesday, and it's expected to stay close to the record high number seen in May. Local experts say now it's time to focus on the quality of jobs rather than quantity to fuel the local economy's recovery, and that getting the government's supplementary budget bill implemented early to boost jobs may be a move in the right direction. Ji-yeon, Arirang News.